Welcome everyone to an epic game between the forces of good and evil, with Grand Cathay being led by Shetland Apache up against the chaos forces of Tzeentch. So we are going to be playing on Galleon's Cove, and here for the chaos forces we are going to have 1 unit of the pink horrors backed up by 3 of the blue. So lots of range here, and in the sky we are going to have the hero of metal. So the horror today is going to be on his chariot, so good missiles, 375 missile strength, can do some good work indeed. Metal shifting, the final transmutation, and the locus of change as the spells and abilities. And Chaos Fate Weaver, the double-headed duck here in the front, going to be leading the force with the greater arcane conduit, the Fires of Change, and Life Leeching. For the spells, we are going to have the Tzeentch's Flamestorm, as well as Glean Magic, the Blue Fires of Tzeentch Regrowth, and the Penumbral Pendulum. For the items, we are going to have the Staff of Tomorrow, the Scroll of Destiny, the Void Pendulum, with the Gaze of Fate, and the Oracle of Eternity. So very expensive here for the Hero and Lord, 6 spells, and a massive investment indeed. So for Grand Cathay, we are going to have 3 units of the Jade Warriors on the right, backed up by the double Jade Warrior crossbowmen with shields. Very nicely here with their defensive starts. They will get added armor when they're going to be shooting here, holding for 10 seconds. Also going to have more Jade Warriors in the front, backed up by double Jade Warriors with shields. And then we are going to have some more Iron Hail Gunners. So bucketloads of armor piercing here for the lovely ladies. Those shotguns can do some incredible damage. In the sky, we are going to have the Shogun here on a Great Longmar, here with the item of the Jade Amulet and the spells of the Dragon's Breath and the Jade Shield. So a really nice map here. I really do like the Galleon's Cove very much. Domination Point 3 has some great protection here up against the mass range of the Tzeentchian forces. We are going to have the double blue horrors here coming to point 3, and point 3 is also going to be heavily dominated here by Grand Cathay. Double Jade Warriors by 2 units also of the crossbows, and yeah, big investment here. 5 units going towards 1 point, and the rest is going to come here towards the middle. So double crossbows by 3 units of the Jade Warriors. We'll have the Shogun support, maybe some more flying units as well. Definitely going to be needed here. Great Longmar Riders can do some lovely work up against Chaos Fate Weaver, not known particularly for his melee prowess. Now he's going to have 420 weapon strength, but the melee stats are 35 and 20 melee defense is not huge. And the shield will do some nice work for him. He also has regrowth, which can be very nice here for the hero as well. Get some good healing going around and some nice protection. And some furies just to pull out when, stuff gets a little bit too hot. So charging into the middle, the blue horrors backed up by pink horrors here. Can do some nice range, 130 there, and we do have 90 for the blue horrors. Extremely cost efficient at 400 gold. Those range tools can do very nicely here, even up against Jade Warriors with 80 armor and bronze shields. So Domination Point 1 is going to be pretty available on both sides. We do have the Vanguard deployments here, nice and close by, so it can be hotly contested here from both angles. So it looks like we do have Chaos Fate Weaver coming forward. We are going to get a Penumbral Pendulum on the floor. We are going to go, that's going to glance the front and destroy the second unit. Penumbral Pendulum here just a little bit overtuned in the current multiplayer scene. As you can see, just one glancing blow here doing, about a third damage here up against the Jade Warriors. Over 50% here for the second unit. So they're going to charge forward here and meet up against the Blue Horrors, the range. We do get a summon here of the Chaos Furies of Tzeentch, but heroically charging forward for the forces of good, we do have the Shogun slamming into the face of Chaos Fate Weaver. We are going to get the Gaze of Fate plus the Jade Shield here, and on Fate Weaver we are going to get the Scroll of Destiny, the Oracle of Eternity, backed up by some Furies, and now we come in with the Great Longmar Riders, 1,500 gold of 110 armor and 105 speed to get in a butcher up against Fate Weaver. We are also going to get the Arcane Surge, giving power reserves and power recharge rate. Double Blue Horrors going to charge to point 3. We do have a front on charge here with these Blue Horrors, a little bit stacked on top of each other. Quite a few new players do make this mistake. Of course, you're going to be getting a double bang if you get a buck here for each of those crossbow bolts, really getting in and doing some beautiful damage indeed. So Jade Warriors are going to be holding a nice tight angle here to protect up against the ridge. The Blue Horrors, they do find a sneaky angle to get some good shots here on the Jade Warrior crossbows. For the middle force, it looks like we do get the Shogun and the Great Longmars out of there. Blue Flames do charge forward. Lovely spell, doing some pretty good chip damage here on the Shogun Lord. Also, a bit of a 360 no-scope in the backside here from the Horror of Metal, chasing up against the Shogun. And so we are going to get a full surround. Pink Horrors deleting the Jade Warrior crossbows in the middle. So here, the double Jade Warrior is going to charge after the pink horrors. Point 1 still going to be available. We are now going to be capturing the middle here with Grand Cathay and point 3. Now, I don't mind capturing 2, but I think capturing 3 at this point would be a little bit reckless. I think capturing 3 could cause an issue. I don't think we've done enough damage on the battlefield here, and Grand Cathay are certainly going to be infinitely slower when compared here to the forces of Tzeentch. Now, good pin in the sky here, and the second out of 3 Gaze of Fate going to be pinning in, and then also giving that negative melee attack, really neutralizing the efficacy here of the Shogun Lord. Shooting the sky here with the pink horrors, and trying to get the horror here of metal to get down and do some good damage up against the Lord Choice. Dragon's Breath. Oh, that's some good damage here up against the pink horrors. Lovely work here coming out of the big man Shetland Apache. Now he's moving in. This Dragon-Blooded Lord is not giving up chase here. We're going to be down to 4,200 HP with Fate Weaver. Great Normal Riders are doing some lovely work indeed. 35 and 37 stats. Yeah, pretty good there for the big riders. So Forsaken of Tzeentch, 85 armor. These bad boys also have good spell resist, so it's going to be 40%. 11% there when we are casting as well, coming in from Fate Weaver. I believe that's about 11 seconds of 11% damage resistance. Can really help here for a tanky 85 armor unit with magic damage, brilliant weapon strength. They will just tear through cheap peasant horsemen. So Blue Horrors now coming in mass. They're going to be shooting over the top, doing some good damage in the sky up against the Great Longmire Riders. Looks like here we are going to be losing the hero here up against the prowess of the Skyforce. Those Lancers can do some devastating damage indeed, and you can see the hero here is going to be crumbling back to the Chaos Realms from whence he came. In the middle, we are going to get the second faction ability. That's going to be good damage and armor sundering here on the Dragon-Blooded Lord. He's going to be at 1,100, down to 400 health, 350 now. Absolutely deleting the caster, and looks like here, yep, she is going to be broken and terrified. So not so good there in the middle. So Blue Horrors here have fallen in droves. 4 units have gone to the mass pressure of the Jade Warrior crossbows. And it's like here, Jade Warriors are now also going to be getting the good old-fashioned sandwich effect here on the middle. So we do have 2 points here, but we are going to be getting quite a few points. Got to be careful of that combat mechanic. Now in the middle, we do have Pink Horrors, Blue Horrors firing in, Forsaken really giving that tankiness in the middle line. Jade Warriors will really suffer up against Forsaken. Now they do have okay 28 weapon strength, but when compared to 63, yeah, it's just not even a close contest. So healing, it looks like it is going to be a regrowth here, just regularly cast on Carrier's Fate Weaver. We have 2 Great Longmire Riders in chase up against Fate Weaver, but we did lose the Lord Choice. Fortunately, falling here on the floor, it is going to be the end of days. The Shogun will live on, though, in the hearts and give that pure passion for victory here for the Great Longmire Riders as they chase after the double-headed duck. But on the floor, we have more Blue Horrors, just mass Blue Horrors now, and we're definitely going to be getting ticket advantage here for the forces of Tzeentch. And these are only 400 gold cost with 5 lots of ammunition per model. Yeah, these bad boys can really rack up the damage value for sure. Fate Weaver does come to the floor, so he's going to be engaging with his Blue Horrors, dissipating that damage on himself and really spreading it throughout the Tzeentchian force. But he's going to be pretty low, 2,780 health. He does use the Oracle of Eternity, so very nice, good damage resistance there for a good period of time. Also, the fact that it costs no investment on Winds of Magic is really, really nice indeed. So 2,700 is going to hold him for now. Pink Horrors in the trees, they're going to be firing out. The Devils here of Tzeentch going to be firing up against these Great Longmire Riders, the heroic cavalry here of the Cathay forces. Now, we definitely want to rotate a few more forces. We've got a couple of idols here, so 1, 2, 3, 4 idols. Now, we definitely want to either get some pressure here on the Vanguard deployment, or we want to come in and really rescue the middle. We are going to be losing here. We do have some nice Blue Horrors getting up to the point they're getting force-clicked into the middle here to capture. We do have some Celestial Dragon Guards, the elite of the elite, charging forward here. They're going to be anti-large, armor-piercing, ready to get into combat up against Fate Weaver and the rest of his forces. Now, the Great Longmires, they do get out of there. We do lose some Peasant Horsemen as well. It's not looking too good here in the middle. There's a mass tide of blue coming in and collecting Domination Point 2. Point 1 has also been collected, so it's going to be a 2-to-1 advantage. So not only are you getting double the tickets per second, you're also going to be getting extra resources here from the supplies, as you are going to be losing on the ticket basis. So here in the middle, Jade Warriors do break. We are going to get another one returning. 81 models, 3,500 HP. That'll do some nice work here against Blue Horrors. Any Forsaken, though, we'll see some good butchery for sure. In the middle, we have Celestial Dragon Guard fighting up against Forsaken. Peasant Horsemen are going to pin in, but the Jade Warriors, they've been done for. Unfortunately, they're going to be down to 1,200 HP. They are getting pressured. These Forsaken do have 46 speed. They're going to be the most mobile we've ever seen here in the multiplayer scene, but this Preamble Pendulum could be disgusting. God damn it, that is so much damage in one spell. That is going to be about 4,000 health worth of damage. I imagine somewhere in the region of about 400 to 600 damage value. That is absurdity. But still, very good stuff. Kara's Fate Weaver is going to be regenerating that shield back. Not too sure what sort of value here we'll see from that shield. At maximum, we are going to be looking at 400 barrier. So Blue Horrors in the middle, Pink Horrors and Flamers of Tzeentch. The main armor-piercing pressure here from the Tzeentchian forces. And maybe we might be able to see some Doom Knights in the later stage. Maybe coming out here as well. Some Chaos Knights could be quite good. Getting some heavily armored cavalry on the battlefield with some mobility could really lock down some of these forces. So Furies here, backed up by some more Blue Horrors. So we are going to put some pressure here. We do actually have some Doom Knights. We do actually already have some early Doom Knights. So 24 models looking pretty healthy. They have lost their barrier, but they are going to be fighting in combat up against the Iron Hell Gunners and the Jade Warriors. Not looking too good here for Grand Cathay and Shetland Apache, but great work here to get on all 3 units. And now we can charge forward here with Furies, get these Flamers and the Pink Horrors in, doing all the good damage. Breaking in the middle, the Jade Warriors will be falling here to the mass numbers of Blue Horrors. The bad boys here are going to be cleaning up, and you know, these boys do hold true for the forces of Grand Cathay, but they are just mere men at the end of the day. In the sky, still going to be shooting. We are going to be putting some good pressure on the Great Longbow Riders. I probably wouldn't be too sad to take this off the battlefield, but we do get a resummon! So we have the Dragon-Blooded Shogun Lord of Yang coming back to the battlefield here to fight up against Carrier Fate Weaver. Regrowth has been activated here to give some more healing, and we are on the edge of that healing cap. Shogun is in. Steel Chair has been activated. We're going to be down to 1,080 health here, 788. Are we going to be able to finish off the big chicken? Arcane Surge has been used as the first tier faction ability. Pink Horrors are still going strong here. He is going to be holding on just about 114 health. Do we have the Steel Chair finish? There we go. Brilliant stuff coming out of the Shogun. And it's very unlikely we're going to see the extremely expensive Lord here back on the battlefield. So charging here up against the Flamers, big targets indeed. There's going to be a lot of damage going down here, and they're very, very poor in melee combat. And they do have armor piercing for sure, but the melee stats are not great. 28 melee attack, but 12 melee defense. These things will get butchered for fun. In the middle, we do see another summon of the Great Longbow Riders, the heroic cavalry charging with those lances into combat here. Look at those beautiful color schemes as they fight here up against the Pink Horrors. Over on the left-hand side, we are still going to be holding quite strongly. We have Jade Warriors fighting here up against Blue Horrors. We do have some crossbows in the trees, shooting in the sky up against the Furies. Iron Hell Gunners are going to return for a bit of fire pressure, but we do have Forsaken backed up by Doom Knights and more Blue Horrors. Chasing off the Jade Warriors, we do need to get some more infantry here to Domination Point 3. Point 1, or at least was slowly getting captured. Maybe here we did break with the Peasant Horsemen, but we could get back on and apply some pressure. 3.3k to 2,800. We are going to move back into the middle. The Celestial Dragon Guard that got deleted by pretty much just one Preamble Pendulum are going to come back to the middle and fight the voices of Tzeentch. Pink Horrors backed up by Blue Horrors are going to be entrapping here up against the Shogun Lord of Yang, but we do get some good juicy 75 charge bonus up against the Longbow Riders. Good damage here. That is going to be crumbling for both of the Horrors. And now we get the return here of the Jade Warriors. Now we should be able to take the middle here of Domination Point 2. But over the top, coming here, the heavy metal. You can hear them. The music coming strong here for the Doom Knights. Activate the Doom music as we charge here up against the Great Longbow Riders. Are going to be led by the Shogun. They're actually going to land on the floor. That's quite interesting. Even if they do land on the floor, because they can fly, they don't count as capturing, I believe. But here now we do actually entrap the Shogun. In the middle we are going to have some Jade Warriors. They could do some good shots here against the Doom Knights, but unfortunately here we are going to leave the Lord to fight on his own. I think here the Great Longbows are going to turn and burn. Yes, they are going to turn and burn. We do catch up against the Doom Knights. It's going to be the elite on the elite. So it looks like we do get the upgraded Jade Shield. That's going to be doubling the time of 44% damage resistance here on the Shogun Lord. More Doom Knights enter the fray as they're going to be fighting here up against Great Longmire Riders. The Celestial Dragon Guard, the elite of the elite, have decided to meet in the middle of the battlefield, and this here will decide the outcome of the game. 3.8k up against 3.7 here on the tickets. More Longmire Riders are going to return. We are slowly capturing here a Peasant Horseman. Could we get something up and around here to help? Potentially. So we are going to be capturing Grand Cathay here, just about holding on to domination point 3. We are very closely. It is now going to be 4,000 points up against 3,865. Looks like we do take the point here. Fantastic work from the forces of Tzeentch. We do push back the Jade Warriors. We do have some Ironhell Gunners. They're going to be firing in the tree line here up against the oncoming forces of the Forsaken. And these boys, they butcher for fun. These are absolutely fantastic models. Blue Horrors just screaming their battle chants as they come here into the faces of these shotguns, just spreading. And look at that, a big hit here into the face. And I think, unfortunately, these ladies have met the end of the line. 4,200 up against 4,200 tickets. This game couldn't get any closer. We are going to be capturing the middle here. Grand Cathay, unfortunately, has not yet captured the top point. It is getting really close here. Unfortunately, we do have more Blue Horrors charging into the middle. The Jade Warriors here with the shields are just manically pushing onto the point, trying to give as much capture weight as possible. But unfortunately, here the Lord breaks. We are going to have Great Longmires breaking up against the heavy armor of the Doom Knights. And I believe that is going to be GG's well played. Unfortunately, there's not going to be enough forces here in the middle to maintain domination point 2. We are actually going to be having a triple cap here for Tzeentch across the battlefield. And I just don't think we're going to be able to get point 1 in time. This is such a slow capture. Could we get any cavalry, anything here? That's going to be a huge investment of 1 unit of the Celestial Dragon Guard. We have some Peasant Horsemen fighting here. Get these Horsemen on the domination point. It is so desperate at this moment. 15 tickets a second. We're going to be 4,940. Unfortunately, here still not capturing domination point 1, and that is going to be GG's well played here to the forces of Chaos and Tzeentch. Excellent work here. And, you know, really great game. I have a big appreciation for Shetland Apache and the skills that he certainly brings here to the battlefield. And this is a brilliant army composition from Grand Cathay. So 380 kills for 5,180 damage value. 30,000 damage dealt. That is absolute absurdity. That is just incredible damage value. I just can't state how strong that is from a unit that probably cost about 2,000 gold cost. So that's going to be at least 2.5 times its value. That is incredible. That is absolutely incredible. 880, 550, 580, and 1,350 for the Jade Warrior crossbows, with 600, 200, 200, 2, and 330 there for the Jade Warriors, with the Ironhell Gunners coming in at 190. So the reinforcements 2.6, 1,970, 1,400 for the Great Longmire Riders, 1,050 here for the Celestial Dragon Guard, and only 146, 174 there for the crossbowmen. I didn't see these on the battlefield, but it looks like they got a little bit of damage. They're pretty healthy, so maybe they got a little bit of damage and died. Not too sure, but unfortunately not having quite the impact that I'm sure they were hoping to have. 300, 260 there for the Peasant Horsemen, and sadly we didn't see any Peasant Spearmen. A couple of Peasant Spearmen here and there could have been quite nice, but of course they do get ripped apart here by Blue Horrors. So 2,640 there for Kareth Fateweaver, extremely expensive there on the spell count, especially alongside here the Horror of Metal, for only 400 damage value. Considering he came on his chariot as well, that's a hefty investment for sure. 830 there for the Pink Horrors, 850, 550, and 750. Blue Horrors being half the cost of Pink Horrors, also getting similar value, and damage output is, yeah, it's just absurd. Blue Horrors are just incredibly powerful. 350 and 940 there for the Blue Horrors, and the fact you've also got a Penumbral Pendulum for Kareth Fateweaver, yeah, it's absolutely exceptional. Just, it's so hard to deal with Blue Horrors, and good magic for sure. 800, 980, and 530 there for the Forsaken. Extremely strong here, Forsaken. Very good. Spell resistance, all the good stuff you would need to really hold those domination points. And, of course, good armor. 440 there for only 1 unit of the Pink Horrors. A lot of Pink Horrors were brought here to the battlefield. 5 in total, alongside, I think there's only, 5 Blue Horrors as well. So 414 and 1,350 there for the Doom Knight. Coming with the heavy metal, really reinforcing the battlefield, putting some good pressure there on the Longmire Riders. 1,100 for the Chaos Furies of Tzeentch, with 980 there for the Flamers. So, what an awesome game. I hope you guys enjoyed this. I do really hope in the future, the one thing that I would like, and maybe this is a little bit of a discussion point that you guys can leave a comment down below. I'd love to know all your thoughts and opinions. Hopefully one time with the comeback mechanic, can actually judge units on the battlefield. So for example, even if you are behind on the tickets, but you've got an army that's twice the size, by the time you've caught up on tickets due to your massive army advantage, I think the game should take away those bonus tickets, because you've got a bigger army. Even if you're not capturing the domination points, you're just going to be getting still more and more and more and more tickets. So what's one way that we could balance this? I'd love to know your thoughts and opinions. Do let me know. But if you do like this, please feel free to leave a like. It really would help you on the channel. Feel free to subscribe as well, and check out that description for all my other social media platforms, including that Twitch and then also Discord. So take care of yourselves. I've been your boy Logic. I'll see you all very, very soon.